Blessings and love to you, my people. Hope everybody's well. I'm gonna get into this. So I'm making this video right now, yeah, because I want to bring awareness to every living human being, every spirit, every soul, every heart, and every mind. Because this is something that has been normalized in our world, in our society, and I want you to really listen to this video clearly because I might help you more than you are aware. So I want you to understand. So I'm going to touch on a few things, my people, that has been normalized in our society, in our world. So first thing being is, I'm going to explain this is that bad spirits, bad energies, and negative things, entities have been so normalized in our world, and I'm going to explain it to you. So first things first is that if you are drinking alcohol to a point where you know it's destroying your life because you can see the effects, whether it's you lost your wife, your family, you find yourself in certain situations that are no good for yourself. You go to the doctor tells you if you don't stop doing what you're doing, it could really cause something the worst. And it's like you can't stop. Ask yourself physically, yeah? The whole meaning to life is life and health and living. But something that you can't control is affecting you to the point that you could lose your existence, you could lose your life. Ask yourself, what is that? Because physically, that's what's happening. Spiritually, what is happening? What is affecting your spirit so much that it's affecting your physical to the point that you might not have a body in the future because of what you are participating in? So I want you to understand how bad spirits, entities, bad energies are being normalized, and it's been called alcoholic or alcoholicism. You know what I'm trying to say? Like a bad spirit is being given a name, so we see it physically as not what it is spiritually. Number one. Number two, if you find yourself addicted to smoking a substance to a point that this substance here is ruining your life to where your mind, your spirit, your soul, you can't go a day without smoking, or you go into a rave, you need to have your smokes, or when you haven't got smokes, you feel agitated, your energy's not right, like, you can't function, you're not yourself, you get to a point where your lungs ain't right, you go to the doctors, and the doctor says to you, listen, mate, if you don't quit smoking, it's not good for you. You get to a point where smoking or a substance is ruining your health and you can't stop even though you know you need to stop. Yeah? What is happening spiritually for you to be so affected physically? Think about that. Everybody has been to this stage. I have when I smoked. You've been at a stage where you don't want to smoke, but something in you wants to smoke. Ask yourself, what is that pulling you to do something physically that you don't want to do? Tell me what that is. Think about that. Because addictions is the name given to a bad spirit physically, so we don't understand what's happening spiritually. Think deep into that. Number two. Yeah, that was number two. So we're going to number three now. So if you find yourself drawn, in a relationship that arguments, negative energy, deceit, manipulation, violence, so many negative things, and you've got to listen to this one clearly, because When you find yourself drawn or in a relationship that in your heart of heart, souls of souls, spirit of spirit, mind of mind, that you know is no good for you. And you know that you are in the right, meaning that if you was to really look deep in yourself and say, you know what, this person actually means well for me, but I messed up or I'm messing up, or do you know what I mean? Like when you really deep it and you say to yourself, you know what I am in is just straight up no good for me. This person is straight up no good for me. Why do you find yourself still stuck in that relationship? I want you to understand that anything that is not good for you physically, think about what that looks like spiritually. Why are you drawn to something that is bad for your health physically, bad for your mind physically, bad for your spirit physically, bad for your soul physically, bad for your heart physically, but spiritually you are drawn to stay in this position? Ask yourself what is going on. Think about that. Because this is the way bad spirits are normalized. And we don't recognize it for what it really is. We just recognize it for, a bad relationship. But it's deeper than that. Number 4. Yeah? Gambling. And I'm saying all these things because these are ways that bad spirits can live in our society, in our community, and go unnoticed fully. So I'm going to say, if you are gambling to a point where, you lose everything, it affects your family, it affects your home, your mortgage, it affects your rent, it affects friendships, relationship, it affects to where, you go downhill to a point where, your home, you're homeless, your life, your drugs, and just completely destroys your life to where you can't stop trying to win even though you're losing your life. We call that gambling. But think to yourself, what is happening spiritually for you to, experience that physical reality? Because you have to understand, my people, and I've made up all of these examples to show you something, is that bad energies, bad spirits, and entities have been normalized in our society, in our world, in our life, for us to not see what is truly taking place in the spiritual realm. Because what we are experiencing physically is just an expression and a reflection of what is really taking place in the unseen world. So I'm just bringing some sort of clarity and awareness to everybody, because via my business, this is what I do. I help those to see, to understand, clearly that you in the physical realm is just an expression of the true self of who you are in the spiritual realm. So I want to bring clarity and understanding that if you are not in control of your life, ask yourself, what is controlling your life if it's not you? And if any of this resonates with you, I would urge you to reach out to me, because I 100% know via what I do in my business can help you. Because we are so unaware of what truly is going on, and I always want to bring clarity to help those that are unaware of what I am, because this is the thing. Sometimes the solution is actually very simple, but if you're not aware, it's amazingly difficult. So anyway, my people, just thought to throw that out there. Nothing but love to everybody. And yeah, reach out. So